And I put down things and tried to put them in some sort of order, but talk about what is it in our right now in our industries, what is it personally that you're doing that's wasting time, that is not a good use of your time, the productivity that you should have. What should you be spending your time in? And everyone's in a different situation in life, right? Or in your business. So with your business, if you're brand new into the industry, you have more time, okay, than others that are currently, running around with a chicken with their head cut off, right? So they're wasting time sometimes doing different things than what you're doing if you're starting in the first in the business. So let's go through this list. We'll start with number 10, social media. I put it on here because social media can be a very powerful tool, especially when it comes to your sphere of influence and staying in touch and being relevant. But are you leveraging it properly, or are you spending too much time on social media? So it can be a time waster if you're not building relationships. Just going around and watching creative videos, or browsing with clicking likes a lot, even commenting, 2-3 hours a day, which is the average, by the way, of people on social media, is 3 hours a day. Is that a waste of time, or are you building relationships? Make sure that you're focusing the time that you do spend on social media on building relationship, staying in touch with the people that know you, as well as getting back in touch with maybe people you haven't talked to in a while. So number 9, bad or poor technology. We know in our industry there is bad technology out there, and it could be anything from your CRM. It could be something that, I used to use Top Producer, and I think it's a very powerful CRM, but I also found it wasted a lot of my time. I found myself trying to get that to work. It took a lot of my time up, and I didn't find that it was a valuable a valuable time that I was spending with it, because I had to go in every day, put all my notes in there, and then have the system tell me what I'm supposed to do. And I got behind on things, and then I started to get other things involved, like I could put my stats in there, and then it started to add on features, and I was spending a lot of time trying to make it work, but for whatever reason, it wasn't working for me. So I didn't find that it worked very well. Our CRM system that we have, one of the reasons why I love it is because you turn it on, you turn that on, and then it's not a set it and forget it. You want to go in there every day, but you want to tell it what you need to have it done. So creating tasks and reminders, but only spending the first half hour to an hour of a day logging in and having all the stuff done for you, all the automation. Bad technology. There is, as we know, we went through a really trying time with some of the technology with web forms and Authentisign and all this sort of stuff. Technology can be not only a time waster, but it can be a crutch, right? So everybody's sending out Authentisigns. You need to get more in front of people than ever. Okay. And what's happening with the Authentisign is it's getting you onto a computer instead of having you drive over to the house and get the signature. So that also is not a great waste, or not a great use of time. Time should be spent face to face and building relationships. Number 8, not qualifying buyers. Okay. So if you don't qualify your buyer and sit with them for about an hour and a half, quality time for that period focused on educating them on the buying process, okay, you're going to be spending the next 6 months showing 100 properties and never actually closing on anything. So if you don't qualify your buyer and give them great information right up front and spend a minimal amount of time opposed to the 6 months of wasted time. Number 7, overpriced properties. Right now, if you take an overpriced property and it takes 6 months to sell, that is not only a waste of time, but it is also hurting your reputation in the industry. All the neighbors will see you as not the person to use because you didn't sell the house. So don't overprice properties right now. That would be a mistake. And that is probably one of the biggest shifts right now, is getting the right price on properties and getting it sold. So all the extra stuff you do to get that property sold is so important. Number 6, distractions. We get distractions. I'll go back to technology, for example. We will always look for the easy way out, right? So you'll jump onto things that you think that you should be doing, and really those distractions are taking up a lot of your time. Maybe you say, listen, I've seen everybody doing this, new videos and online lead generation, and distractions could be something. I'll tell you what, distractions from home. You're working from home. You're in your office right now. How many distractions throughout the day are taking away from what you should be doing? So it could be technology distractions on things that do not build relationships, or it could be something at home that is distracting you from working from the home. So come back into the office, try and engage and give yourself a great workspace that you have less distractions. Number 5, negative people. Don't surround yourself with negative people. try and block that out. Having positive people around you, that could be not only a distraction, but negative people tend to be a waste of time and your time. Block them out, move them on, try and find as many positive people that are helping you with your business. That's the way that you're going to help push you to the next level, motivate you to get to the next level. Number 4, one of the big things we talked in the Mindshare podcast was the online leads. Online leads can be a big time waster. Now, what I want everyone to do today is take your business plan. Okay, what are you planning to do in the next 12 months in terms of business? Is it 100,000? Is it 200,000? Is it $1 million in commission? So let's say you want to make $200,000 next year. So you take 200,000 divided by 48. Okay, that's 4,166 divided by how many hours a week you are working. And let's go with 40. That's $104 an hour. That's what you're worth. That's what your time is worth. Okay. So now that you know you're spending $104 an hour on any of the actions that you're doing. Okay. Now I'll get to online leads in a second, but $104 is what it's worth. If you're doing anything that you could pay somebody less to do, and you can focus your time on relationships and the things that you should be doing in your business, then that's important. Online leads. Okay. Let's do the numbers here. The average, and these are numbers that National Association of Realtors come out with, and also I know from online leads and the conversion rates. So currently in the marketplace, we can convert, if you're good, 1%. So 1 out of 100 online leads will convert. Now, how much time are you going to spend on 100 leads? 100 leads at an average of 8 contacts per lead. That's the average of an amount of time you need to contact a person for them to engage with you. So that tells you how many times you have to follow up. That's 800 contacts for one deal. That's not even showing properties yet. Okay, so that's a lot of time spent. So if you get 100 leads a month, that means you should be doing 800 points of contact in the first month, 800 in the second, or the 16 total now. Keep going, right? So you're now at 1,600 contacts in 2 months, and that's a lot of time, okay? A lot of the big teams, a lot of the big producing agents are currently selling off their leads to other agents. They're saying, come on, my team, I'll give you a 50-50 split, and here you go. I'll give you all the leads. They're expecting you to spend all your time converting those leads, and then they'll share in the in some cases it works, and sometimes that's fine. I get that. It does work for some people, but I want you to keep in mind when you're spending time with online leads yourself, you need to know what you're paying yourself to do that and how much time you have to spend with online leads. In the end, it may be a better strategy to be spending your time on other things first. So online leads can be a big time waster. Number 3, just bad habits. Okay, so that could be anything, right? You've got this innate, your bad habits could be social media could be a bad habit, right? I'm always being distracted by that. Bad habits could be anything from social media to technology to anything we actually mentioned here. You get in that habit of not, let's say, time blocking, not putting your time in the right place, right? Not sitting down and doing a 9 to 10 phone calls, 11 to 12 calls for prospecting, 2 to 4. So those time blocked sections need to be put in place in order so that you do not get distracted, etc., and have these bad habits. Procrastination, we all do it. I'll get it done by the end of the week, and it just doesn't get done. So you procrastinating is definitely a big time waster. If you get it done right away, you're fresh. The idea that whatever task it is fresh in your mind. You'll be more efficient in the way that you handle the situation if you don't put it off. If you put it off, it'll take you more time in the end. And number 1, it's your own mindset. It really is, all your time wasters is you have to get it into your head that your own mindset needs to be about dealing with issues up front. Make sure you have proper business plans in place in terms of your time management. Basically, everything on here needs to be the mindset of changing the $104 an hour that you pay yourself, and make sure that your mindset knowing that if I'm going to go and hang door hangers tomorrow as I'm walking from house to house, I'm paying myself $104 to do that. That's what my time's worth. Can I pay somebody $20 an hour to do that? So I can take my time and spend that on the things like building relationships, stopping by, talking to people, going to events, just spending your time, charitable events, meeting new people. So change your mindset, make sure that you know that you're what your time is worth, and then focus it on in the right space. Thank you so much for watching. If you like our video, please hit the like button, the subscribe, and even the little bell to get notifications, just so you can stay in touch and watch more of these great videos.